Politicians love to talk about unity, but what happens when they exploit our differences instead? That's divide and conquer in action. It's a strategy as old as time. It's about turning us against each other. Think of it like this. You want to stay in power. It's easier if your enemies are too busy fighting each other. They're distracted. They can't team up against you. Politicians use this tactic all the time. They highlight what divides us. It could be race, religion, or even something as simple as what team you root for. They stir up anger and resentment. Why? Because it works. This isn't just some abstract political theory. It has real-world consequences. This strategy weakens democracy. It tears apart the fabric of society, and it leaves everyone feeling angry and betrayed. But here's the good news. We can fight back. More on that later. Let's take a trip back in time. The Roman Empire, masters of conquest, knew a thing or two about divide and conquer. They didn't just crush their enemies with brute force. They were smart. They turned groups against each other. This made it easier to control vast territories. Less rebellion, less headache for the Romans. Fast forward a few centuries. The British Empire, with its sun never sets motto, played the same game. In India, they exploited religious tensions between Hindus and Muslims. The goal? Prevent a united front against their rule. It was a classic case of divide and conquer on a global scale. These empires may be long gone, but their tactics live on. History is a great teacher, but only if we're willing to learn from its mistakes. The internet was supposed to bring us together, remember that? Instead, it's become a breeding ground for division. Social media algorithms feed us what we want to see, and what we want to see is often information that confirms our existing biases. Politicians have caught on. They use targeted ads and inflammatory rhetoric to exploit our differences. They create echo chambers where people only hear what they want to hear. It's like living in a world of personalized propaganda. Look at the United States. Political polarization is at an all-time high. People are more divided than ever. It's like the country is engaged in a never-ending Twitter war. But this isn't just an American problem. From Europe to Asia, politicians are using the same playbook. They're weaponizing our differences for their own gain. So, what can we do about it? Give up? No way. We fight back. We start by recognizing the game. When a politician tries to divide us, call them out on it. Next, we need to break out of our echo chambers. Talk to people who have different views. Listen to understand, not to argue. It's not about agreeing with everything they say. It's about building bridges instead of walls. Education is key. We need to teach critical thinking skills. How do we spot misinformation? How do we evaluate sources? These are essential skills for navigating the digital age. Finally, we need to demand better from our leaders. Hold them accountable for divisive rhetoric. Support candidates who prioritize unity and understanding. Divide and conquer is a powerful strategy, but it only works if we let it. We have the power to reject division and embrace our shared humanity. Our democracy, our communities, and our future depend on it.